Cool. So we're kind of feeling hot today.
Not lava hot.
Not lava hot.
Luckily.
Just sauna hot.
Yeah, like sauna, and it's like, why did I come in here? I
here in the Live
immediately
Impact
regret my
studio.
decision. Or like hot yoga.
Hot yoga.
I did that once.
I love
The
hot
best part of
yoga.
hot yoga is when you leave hot yoga.
Stop.
No, I'm just joking. I just didn't
Good
do
for
well in the
ya.
heat doing the downward dog. That's just me. If you love hot yoga, I apologize.
Yes.
That was just a joke. We are looking at a beautiful blue sky for today. Check it out, Uptown, huh?
Gorge.
Who's ready for the weekend?
So ready.
All right, well, I have something very special because guess what? Today is the pick of the week, y'all.
It's a party.
Yeah, downloading this horn app is the best thing I ever did on my phone.
Nice.
But yeah, we love to use the DJ or air horn whenever we have a situation like this because this is very odd. I'm telling you that 90 degrees is the coolest high you will have over the next 10 days at least. Yeah, so welcome to it all.
Coolest high,
It
okay.
officially is going to be, yeah, I know. I feel really say the coolest day is 90 degrees. Something is not right. Which one of these things don't go together type of deal. Also, another interesting stat, officially at 10:41, we are a part of the summer solstice, a.k.a. we're
That's
now
why I brought
starting
in
summer.
the pinky, bright pink.
Oh, you did?
Like, it's summertime.
Oh, yeah.
Summertime.
I actually didn't see what you wore.
Yeah,
All I see right now is a Jane head. So that was all right, there it is. Yeah, it looks nice. Hot summer pink. That's what we'll call it.
Thank you.
Well, I think the biggest pessimism that comes with this day and these days is that it's only getting shorter from here. Yes, you are correct, but we're talking about seconds. Don't focus in on the seconds. Focus in on the hours. It's a life lesson as well. You have 14 hours, 32 minutes, and 1 second of daylight. So from sunrise to sunset, that's identical tomorrow. Only less than a millisecond difference, and then we'll see a big change in our temperatures working our way through the weekend. Right now we're at 77 degrees. It's gorgeous. We have sunshine. We're cruising through. Our dew points are on the way down. We actually had a cool front. Can't call it a cold front because nothing cold about this. Bringing in just really some relatively drier air. So by the afternoon, we still have a little bit of stickiness to the air, but I'll stop here. This morning felt good, right? It was a good feeling in the morning. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice day. Well, that's pretty much what the afternoon's going to feel like. So even though, yes, we have the upper 80s, it's more of a drier upper 80s. Not quite what Arizona and New Mexico deal with for their dry
All
heat.
relative.
But, yeah, relatively drier because we're looking at just instead of that uncomfortable meh air, we have more of a it's no problem to a tad bit sticky. And we'll see those values come up steadily through this weekend where realistically you should be living in the orange most of the next 3 months. That's that uncomfortable bar. But there it is again. Because of the lowest dew point, because of the lowest high temperature, today, again, was the pick of the week. I won't plague you with my DJ air horn, I promise. I kind of want to do it
Needs
again,
to
but
rewind.
I won't.
Pickleball
Maybe at the
forecast.
end.
We like specifics, right? Well,
Yes.
Very specific.
yeah, it still says 76 because I set this for the last hour. We're at 77 now. So you have the mid to the upper 70s if you're pickleballing over the next few. I've never played pickleball. Have any of you guys?
I have. I did a lot in Florida.
Is it worth the hype that everyone's talking about?
It's really
It's fun.
addicting.
It's
Yeah.
addicting.
Yeah, it's that sound of the ping.
Yeah, it's a satisfying sound.
It's a very
So
yes.
ASMR while you're playing
Kinda,
sports?
yeah.
Okay.
Kind of. I don't know.
It helps when you have a tall player playing with you because
That'll be my husband.
Yeah, like Greg's 6'4", so he covers more of the court,
man.
and I can just stay in my little corner.
Yeah, Greg has a wingspan.
Yeah. It's nice.
That man.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
well, that's good.
Fun. I
So
would
get a
hear-
tall partner.
Okay,
It makes
well,
it a lot more enjoyable.
well, I need to get some taller friends then, because I think
You borrow Greg.
I'm friends with a lot of average length wingspans, except for Greg.
Yeah.
So midday we're looking at the lower 80s, but in the afternoon 89. So I have a high of 90, but realistically we're really in the mid to the upper 80s. I always tell people the high temperature is just the high. Picture of it like a graph that you have a little pinnacle of the top chart. You're visiting the 90 degree point really briefly, so I think at most maybe 5-10 minutes. Some people in the greater Charlotte area will just really stick to 88 and 89. I busted this out yesterday. That was our popsicle stick
Popsicles.
forecast. So our headlines, we already mentioned one. Today's the pick of the week. Biggest thing, the storm chances. We getting rid of them. Yesterday we were talking about a general window. We covered 22 counties. Most of us were fine, but then Tradition Order actually went up to Caldwell County to show all the flooding and some of the damage they saw. So it kind of just shows that, yeah, maybe you weren't impacted, but some of our area was. Truly, everything went to the north, which is not a complaint for if you live south, where it all happened. But we're not going to have any rain chances anywhere close to that, even over the next 10 days, because I think if we do see one, it's that typical 20% on the 7-day that says, hey, you might have a pop-up storm. And then the weekend gets hotter, and the next week still feeling like 100 to 105. I didn't even have to change the purple popsicle stick because that's the main headline. Our warmer lows are also, I think, a really interesting story. At 70 degrees is our low tomorrow, then 77. That is a very warm low on Tuesday morning. And then you have the mid-70s, and you know that I'm your stat man. Beep, bop, bop, bada, boom. 12th warmest set of lows that we've had through 19 days of June. So I know that's a hyper-specific stat, and nobody will probably care to double check my work here. But really what this shows is that through 19 days, our lows have averaged 68.6 degrees. That is substantial, absolutely substantial, because we really, for the max low that we average in June, it's 69. So it really just puts it in perspective. So by the end of it, once we finish out the month, we could be averaging 70 degrees, which would mean that for the start of our June, every day was likely well above average. Now, the other stats, 27th warmest overall, 33rd wettest through this point, not as impressive as a near top 10. This is the big news. We talked about the Nick Icks, but we actually also have some Ben-approved pool days. So mention I'm trying to put all you in these graphics. Ben, the reason why we have this is there would be times he would say, hey, is it a pool day? When he first installed his pool, it literally rained like every Saturday for months. And this was like a few years ago. Well, 0% chance for rain, lower to the mid-90s today through Sunday, and mostly sunny skies. It doesn't get as more pool-ridden as this. We also have other factors, like maybe you can do a kiddie pool. We just got a slip and slide, and it's awesome. Ooh. However, you forget what your knees feel like if you hit the semi-dry part of the slide. Yeah. I got it for JT, by the way, and I mentioned this.
I was going to say, who's using it more?
Yes,
you or JT?
Me. And I have no regrets. It's awesome. It has the dual 16 feet. Oh, it's great.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's
my yard's not that
big. Personal. The 16 feet?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
16 feet, that's long.
16 feet is pretty long.
It's a little patio.
You have a good size yard.
60, yeah, no, I have a decent sized yard, but only one comfortable part of grass that I put it on, so I have to remove it or else it's going to kill the grass. Anyways, enough of my personal life. 90 degrees is the real feel today, right around the actual temperature, but then notice how this is on the stair step. This is factoring in the return of the moisture, feeling like the upper 90s through this weekend, and look at them go. They could go to near 105. So 104 is the peak I have for Tuesday, Wednesday. That's a significant level because usually over 103 that heat exhaustion becomes more of a possibility. Regardless, really Monday through all of next week you have a shot of it feeling like 100 degrees. And then our 3-day heat impact actually shows an extreme threat on Tuesday and Wednesday, meaning that we will have a chance for a heat advisory. A heat advisory is issued whenever there's a chance that heat indices or your heat index can reach 105 to 109. So we're going to be very close to that range. Also, as I mentioned, we're taking a break from the rain. How long has it been since we saw this? It's not until really next late Tuesday into Wednesday that you even have an isolated chance for rain. And for the first time since Helene, we have a 0 drought and a 0 dry status across North and South Carolina. Check out this map. This is crazy. Let me see. This was April 21st, and I'm just going to roll tape. This is the improvement that we've seen over the last couple of months.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
We never
Wiped
see
the slate clean. And it was for a bad reason, but Helene officially completely cleared the slate. Last time that we've had a completely blank North and South Carolina map was October 15th, looking back at it. Okay, I feel like there's one more graphic that we need to get to. This one really leaps and bounds, shows where we're going. 95, 97, 99, 98, 96. Next week's going to be hot, y'all. Plain and simple. Mid to the upper 90s. Each day has a shot to feel like 100 plus. This is the thing. Your body tells you when it's hot. Oftentimes we push past the fatigue. We ignore the dry throat that we're thirsty. If you stay hydrated, that's 90% of the battle. truly. Some of us also forget the fact that standing in direct sunshine makes you feel 10 degrees hotter. So if you factor in a hot and humid day, 99 on Tuesday under a mostly sunny sky, realistically you feel like 110 plus. And at that point, that's where it can really get you. So just take care of yourself, plain and simple. It's always the first big heat wave that I think we have the most reports, and I don't want that for us, our area, or any of you watching. So take care and be safe.
All right, we will. You got slip and slide plans?
I got slip and slide plans.
we have-
Actually, and once a week I'm trying to bring JT to a new park. So I need.
very nice.
That's a
Does,
good
does
goal.
anyone have any park recommendations?
I don't know, but I
Oh.
believe I'm going to Crowder's Park tomorrow. I put that little seed.
Ooh.
You guys been?
Never.
No.
Oh,
No.
no?
Yeah. Also,
Brad Panovich says it's a good one.
that's what I've heard. He was talking about it last week, oddly. But also, I've never been to Grandfather Mountain for the big Highland Games. We talked about that.
Wow.
So that's on my to-do list.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to be throwing huge logs or
Yeah.
anything, but I'd love to see that. Yeah, there's so many things that I have on my Charlotte area
To-do
bucket
list,
list,
right.
and I'm not even close. So Crowder's is a good one to check off.
All right,
so
good,
yeah.
good. I'm
That's
glad.
good
I know
low-hanging fruit.
Try
Ann
to do that.
Springs Close Greenway down.
I love
in
that
Fort Mill.
one.
That you've been to that one. That's a nice. It's a
What
nice
is that one
greenway.
again?
It's in Fort Mill. It's Ann Springs
Ann
Close
Springs.
Greenway. It's really
Okay.
nice. Good trails.
Oh,
everything.
okay.
I'm actually going to Fraser Park this weekend for a weenie dog meetup.
Where's Fraser?
It's in Uptown.
Is that Uptown?
Oh, okay. Oh, a lot of things going on in Uptown.
If if JT wants to see little weenie dogs,
Oh, when's that?
it's tomorrow at 10 a.m.
So it's just
So
a bunch of
much.
weenie
Just
dogs?
yeah, it's like 50 weenie dogs, and
Oh
we
my
all
gosh.
go and just gawk at our weenie dogs.
That's too
What?
cute.
yeah.
Okay, well that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Very
if you didn't hear anything today, knows that there's going to
Weenie
be an
dog
excessive
meetup
amount.
tomorrow
Yes.
in Uptown. We have FIFA Club World Cup
That's right.
Sunday at B of A.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. I'm more excited about the weenie dogs.
Okay.
Yeah. I know there's a golden doodle meetup too. I
Yes.
think
Oh my
too.
Gosh.
Corgi meetup, like every breed.
Really?
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Wow.
So there's every dog meetup pretty much. Is it mainly on
You-
Saturdays?
I don't know, actually. I know the weenie dogs, and I
All
know
right.
the corgi people are on it.
Name a dog breed. They
There's
might
probably
have
a meetup.
And,
Yeah.
and both of those dogs, and this is no disrespect, have funny walks and
yeah.
runs.
Yeah.
So
They have nice
the
waddles.
entertainment value just makes you smile.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
That's great.
Well, enjoy all, and of course I have to weatherman this. Back your hand, 7-second rule, testing the pavement.
Yes.
But 10 a.m., that's a good time to bring out your corgi, wiener dog, or whatever dog
Yep.
you have.
Speaking of the dogs and the hands and the paws. All right. Chris Mulcahy, thank you for joining us. Great forecast for the weekend.